All right, so let's get started with a little bit of action right now in our first segment. I want you to get your calendar out. We're going to look at your calendar for 2 months, June and July, because I always want to teach you to mark and work your calendar in about 6-week increments. So starting right now, that gets us all the way through the end of July that we want to be working on our calendar. Now, this is really against what your brain will tell you will work, but the more specific you are in what you want on your calendar and when you want to work, the easier it will be to fill it. It's psychological for you and it's psychological for your hostesses. If you're looking at a calendar going, oh, I only have 2 shows in July and I have 28 openings because I do have 1 birthday party. Well, that's crazy. But if I say I would like to have 5 shows in July and I already have 2 booked, I only need 3 more, and it's this Friday, this Tuesday, and this Saturday. That's so much easier for you to understand, but it also says to your hostess that's looking at this that you're in control of your calendar, that you have specific days that you work, so it's going to help her think a little bit harder about Premiere because she knows you're not just running around like crazy doing a jewelry show every single night of the week. None of us have a goal like that, I don't think, unless you've got bill collectors or, foreclosing mortgage. Let's hope not. We don't need to be doing that much work. So having marked on your calendar where you want to have shows and making it visually easy to see. So if you look at my July calendar, you can see I've marked off the 4th of July weekend just because I'm going to take that time off. Not that you couldn't have a show there, but probably not on 4th of July. But going to take that time off. Then we've got Rally, and I'm going to be out of town for a camp with my kids. So I have kind of cluster booked my calendar where I want to book. But can you look at my calendar right now and tell which 2 dates I still need to schedule for July? Of course you can. You can look at it and say it's this Monday, July the 7th, and it is this Friday, July 25th. Everybody can see that that works. This is not my everyday calendar. My everything in my life calendar is on my phone, or I would keep it on a different paper calendar. So this is just what's going on in my Premiere business. So mark your calendar, get your diamond dates on there, those next 2 or 3 dates that you know you want to book. And anything that I have open in my 6 weeks time frame, so right now that would take me through the week of July 20th through the 26th. Anything that I have open there, I'm willing to offer something extra for them to take those dates. If you have openings at the end of June, you don't necessarily have to because they've got double gift cards. So Premiere already gave you something to offer extra there. But after next Friday on the 27th, you might offer something extra, maybe a discount if they book from your show, or maybe you offer to them that you'll give them an extra $25 in free jewelry if they book one of those dates, if you're calling on the phone. So now you have your calendar marked, you know what you want to do, and you can pause this video and go ahead and do that. Let's take action. Let's use this like a workshop. So mark your calendar, decide what you want. You might even have to talk to your family about that or go consult the ball calendar or the school calendar. But mark those within those next 2 months in June and July. Then we're going to get busy and we are going to start contacting people. The only reason we would ever have an empty calendar is because we have chosen not to keep in contact and keep contacting people. If we want to have a full calendar, we have to be contacting people. Now my 3rd segment of this is going to be how to fill that calendar from your home shows. So I want you to get to that place where you don't have to get on the phone. But if you have holes in your next 6 weeks, we need to be on the phone, on our texting, on Facebook, something to generate contacts for those next dates that are in your next 6 weeks. So you'll notice on Amazing Jewels, we have a form, a contact tracker. And this is just for you to keep track of who you're contacting, so you don't try to think back, oh, who did I call last week? Who do I need to follow up with? Make a list and start jotting people down. Where can this come from? Well, it can come from your phone contacts. You can get into your phone and just start listing every female in your phone that you know that lives within 30 miles of you, that you like enough to spend a few hours at her house. Go to your family and friends if you keep a mailing list like a Christmas card list. That's a great place to start. And don't be afraid to ask for their help and tell them what's in it for them. You can go to your Facebook contacts. And did you know on Facebook that most people have their cell phone number listed? So if you don't want to do a Facebook message, which can sometimes be a little impersonal and they can ignore us, you want to get their phone number? It's usually on there, so look at that under there about. So let's make a list, and the contact tracker has an H or a J, so are you calling them to host a show or to check out the jewelry opportunity? Do you want them to be a hostess or a jeweler? I just always circle them both, because if they want to be a hostess, they should want to be a jeweler too. And I want to share it with them. And keep track of your contacting with them. So if I were going to call someone up, I wanted to maybe talk to them about having a show the end of next week. I might call them up and say, "Hi, Marissa." She's going to say hi because she's behind the camera and she's really cute. She's not making faces at me, so I appreciate her very much. I'm going to call her up. "Hi, Marissa. It's Sarah, your jewelry lady / cousin." We're pretending. And I was just calling because I have had this Friday night open up to give away free jewelry, and guess what? Premier is giving away double gift cards. So what that means is if we pull some friends together next week, I bring the jewelry over and we play, and we have at least $400 in sales, you could actually win $320 in free jewelry that night. What do you think? Do you think you could get a few friends over for next Friday night? I'll even bring some snacks if you need to. And then I'm going to listen to our objections, and our objections are just, "I would love to if you can help me with this." So if she says, "Oh my goodness, I can't, my house is crazy," or "I just can't do it here," not a problem. "Do you want to do it at my house?" That's fine. I'll throw my jewelry out on the table, and then I don't have to pick it up that night. I'll have the drinks ready and here, and you just bring a little snack, some cookies or something. So I'm going to help her overcome her objections and help her get down on that date. Now what if I call and I don't get an answer? I get a voicemail. Don't leave a message. Wait about 30-40 minutes, call again. Funny thing is, they'll pick up the second time because you didn't leave a message and they're curious. You've called twice now. What's going on? So sometimes that can get them to pick the phone up. The second time, if I get the voicemail again, I don't leave a message. I shoot her a text. "Hey, I've got to ask you something. Give me a call." And leave it just like that. Don't say "with Premier." Don't say anything else. "I have something to ask you. Give me a call. I have a question to ask you. Give me a call." Their curiosity is going to have them call you back, or they might text you back. Sometimes we're just going to have to put up with text, but if you can get them on the phone, your voice is going to get them way more excited than a text message ever could. If you can't get them on the phone and you are stuck with texting, then on our Amazing Jewels Facebook, I posted a picture which is Premier Special, and I just put some words up at the top that says that's up to $320 free for a $400 show, just to interpret that for them so they can see what a big deal that is. And you could shoot them this picture and say, "Sound good? Give me a call," or "I've got Friday open, could you pull a few friends together?" Just something on the text if you can't get them on the phone. You can also try Facebook, but I would definitely encourage you to try to use something that keeps it personal. So a Facebook direct message, or post something on your wall and then tag some people on it so that they personally will get a notification about it. I kind of like direct message. I like to keep it private and just between she and I. But if worst comes to worst, you can post that picture up on your Facebook wall and just say, "I have one opening next Friday," or "I have one opening next Thursday. Who wants this much free jewelry?" and put that out there. All right, so as you are making these contacts, I want to encourage you to book from the top down. So if Marissa said, "Hey, that sounds great," and we didn't settle on a date, I didn't tempt her with a date, I could say, "Great, I have 2 dates open, Friday, July 25th or Monday, July the 8th. Notice I said them backwards. So psychologically, again, they'll say the last thing you said because it sounds later. So just say them backwards. I don't know why that works, but it really does. And she'd say, "Well, Monday, July the 8th or 7th, that sounds good to me." And we get her down on the calendar. So give her 2 choices. Don't ask her to make a big decision like, "Well, what month were you thinking?" or "When were you thinking?" Gosh, that's not easy. That's hard. Give her 2 dates, let her look at her calendar and go yes, no. And it's that easy. Then you can move to your next dates you have open. All right, so this is the end of segment 1. I want you to get your contact tracker out, and I want you to fill this up with names. Then we're going to take just 10 to 15 minutes each day for the next several days getting these contacts called, texted, Facebook messaged, contacted in some way, asking them to help you fill your calendar. And by doing that, I promise you, if you spend 10 to 15 minutes a day contacting people for a week, your calendar will be full for 6 weeks. Just keep contacting. Remember that no does not mean I don't like you. It just means I can't have a jewelry show right now, and I still love you. You're still my friend. You're still my favorite jewelry lady. You're still my aunt. You're still my cousin. You're still my sister. They still love you. They're just saying not right now to the premier opportunity for free jewelry. So don't get discouraged. It's not rejection. It's just getting through your nose to find the ones that will work, and they'll give you a yes. You can do it. Good luck on your contacts.